We have breaking news. 10 cities in China are now on lockdown as China tries to stop the spread of the deadly coronavirus outbreak. As of this morning, dozens of people are dead and more than 800 people infected around the world. CNN's David Culver traveled to the epicenter of the outbreak. He joins us live now from Beijing. David, when we spoke to you yesterday, there were 3 cities on lockdown, and that seems to have exponentially increased.
And just within the past few hours, we're getting more major developments coming out of the Chinese government here, Allison. You're right. The scope of this has expanded significantly. We're talking 30 million people. And so these are essential lockdowns within these cities, within the Hubei province primarily. And that means transportation in and out is heavily restricted, cut off in most cases. And transportation within the cities is also limited, making getting around quite difficult and next to impossible. But that's the intention. According to authorities, they don't want people gathering in public places, and they want, during this time of festival and celebration, people essentially to stay home and stay off the streets. They're trying to limit the exposure. All this as we're seeing that there is an increasingly dire situation in Wuhan. Chinese social media portraying desperate scenes out of the city of Wuhan. This video appears to show a healthcare worker shouting orders to a long line of possible coronavirus patients standing shoulder to shoulder, telling them not to be nervous. This one seems to depict a patient's view from the hospital bed, looking up at a medical staff fully covered in hazmat suits. And this one appears to show makeshift hospital tents to accommodate the overflow. CNN has not been able to independently verify the videos, but CNN producers have analyzed the images in the videos and the dialects of the people speaking and believe them to be genuine. Health officials say Wuhan is the epicenter of this deadly coronavirus. Before the city went on lockdown, CNN went there. So this is where authorities believe the source of the coronavirus is. It's the wildlife and seafood market. And you can perhaps see over there, it's cordoned off. You've got police at all the corners. All the storefronts are shuttered. It is so sensitive that within minutes of us arriving and recording, security asked us to stop filming. There was an uneasiness felt throughout Wuhan. It brought the normally festive Lunar New Year celebrations to a halt, and it cut down local business. We met this sugarcane vendor from a city 2 hours outside Wuhan. She told us she was scared, and so too her family.
They were asking me to go back home, but I can't leave with all my inventory here. I've already bought these goods. I have no choice. I have to stay here and resign myself to my fate.
In a drastic effort to contain the spread, China's state media reported a new hospital is being built. They shared this video of bulldozers clearing a lot in Wuhan. They say it'll be ready in 6 days. Wuhan city officials declared partial lockdown on Thursday. All transportation, including airports, highways, and train stations, to halt service out of the city. Just before it took effect, we rushed to board a train. And so too did hundreds of others. Crowds lined up for tickets at 4 a.m., stretching out the door, trying to catch one of the last trains out of Wuhan. And we have learned about new restrictions coming here to Beijing as well as Shanghai, John. They are raising the public health level to its highest level. They're going to regulate electricity. They're going to regulate water. They're going to prevent folks from hoarding medications. And they say they can quarantine any suspected cases that they determine need to be